emergency pod. We got big news to talk about today. Breaking news. Spiderman has made $360 million first weekend at the box office. Your thoughts?
That's crazy. I thought the movie was decent. I don't think it's going to make my Marvel top 5.
That's a crazy take.
You got it in your Marvel top 5?
I haven't done my rankings yet. I don't know. When I'm going to do my rankings,
It's a decent movie. You're not going to put it over Infinity Wars. You're not going to put it over Endgame.
I could put it
No,
over
you
Endgame.
can't. You're not going to put it over Civil War. You're not going to put it over The Winter Soldier. And you're not going to put it over Black Panther. You are absolutely not going to do that.
Okay, 4 of those, no. But I can make an argument for Endgame. The Spider-Man movie was great.
Very good. Not great. I think they could have did.
You started it, Q. What happened to Coby Bryant's knee?
Pearls. It hyperextended and went the wrong way. And thank God his ACL is very strong because according to early reports, it's stable and it's still attached. Little ligaments are damaged or stretched out, and that he has a bone bruise in there. That's pretty painful. A bone bruise in your knee is very painful. And preliminary reports say he's out 8 to 10 weeks. So we would not have Coby Bryant to start.
One-on-one drill featuring the safeties and the tight ends. Cole Kmet had caught an out route. Coby Bryant tried to punch the ball out right afterwards, as you tend to see during training camp. He landed awkwardly, and as Q said, the knee went inward. Nothing you never want to see. He went down, grabbing his knee. The cart came out. Tiff, when you saw that Coby Bryant got hurt, what was your...
My reaction is, come on, man. The season hasn't even started yet. The defense already is a big question mark. It's already a big struggle bus. My boy Kyler, I love me some Kyler. I don't know what's going on with him. I know you all talked about it last episode. And just to segue to that, to add my 2 cents about him, I've been confused about the way they're speaking about him. Is he not doing what their trainers are telling? Because they're talking about him like it's his fault. It's like he needs to earn our trust back. So I'm like, is he not doing everything the Bears want him to do? Because why are you penalizing him for something theoretically that he can't control? But anyway, so it was just like, we cannot afford to lose another body, another able body, let alone somebody that might be able to make some plays before he's even been able to get on the field. So it was like, come on, bro. Like what is going on? It's particularly on the defensive end, knock on wood, our offense has been pretty healthy except for a few injuries on the O-line. But it seems like the defense year after year after year is major injury after major injury. And we're not good enough to sustain these injuries. We're already duct taped together. So when I saw carted off, I'm like, come on, bro. I know they didn't cart him off for no good reason. And I read that usually happens because of how far the practice field is. And I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. And I'm just thankful it wasn't season ending at this point. We'll take what we can get.
Not only because the cart, him holding his knee, he had slammed his helmet into the ground. You see the video. He was looking like he had all the telltale signs of it being the worst possible situation. But as you said, Q, it's only, question in quotation, only 8 to 10 weeks. I think that we had started to have some good vibes going on after practice when players were talking to the media. Roma Donze, he said he'll be all right. And then you had, Tyreek Stevenson. He had said he expects Coby back by the end of the week. Costa Loveland called him a dog and said he would be okay. I'm reading all this stuff because I'm like, oh man, fingers crossed. I don't need bro to be hurt. As you all pointed out, we can't have any men down on defense. Hopefully that the players had heard something to back up this good vibes. But when you heard that he was only out 8 to 10 weeks.
Well, the first thing I did is opened up my calendar and did some counting. It was like, how far into the season is that? And it's past Virgo season, so we already know it's a little bit away. 10 weeks is mid-October. 8 weeks is I think maybe the end of September. So the closest would be the end of September, early October. And that's a few weeks into the season. So again, thankful that it's not season ending at this point, but we want to start the season on a good vibe. We want to start the season rolling. We want to start the season with some continuity of everybody that's going to playing. So happy that it's not season ending, but still into October in a football season that's not very long is still precious weeks missed. There's probably, I didn't count the number of games, but it's at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6, depending on when our bye week is. So
yeah, it's about 4 or 5. He will miss about 4 or 5.
And that's the segue to the next point. Q, how big are those weeks missed?
They're huge because our backup safety who could back up either spot, Elijah Hicks, he's on the PUP right now. So we don't know when he's going to be healthy. So not only are we missing Coby Bryant now, we're missing our top backup safety. So now we're using Cam Lewis, who is a pickup from the Bills, almost 30 years old, was supposed to be a depth piece, supposed to be a special teams piece. Now he's going to look like he's going to be thrust into the starting lineup for at least 4 or 5 weeks because we don't know when Elijah Hicks is going to be back. When I heard the news, all I could think was somebody text Joquan Brisker and say, "Hey, big head, we ain't." Somebody text CJ, "Hey, big head, what you doing? WYD?" Because we definitely, I get Brisker didn't fit in with the scheme as well as we like. He wasn't a perfect fit, but he was a solid football player, and at times he played some really good football, pointing to the Rams playoff game. So it would have been nice. And Brisker only signed for a 1-year, $5 million deal. I was just thinking like it would have been if you said, "Hey, we'll exceed any offer you get out there in free agency. We'll give you a 2-year, $12 million deal or a 1-year, $10 million deal," just to have that security blanket because the draft happened after free agency. So, yeah, Brisker would have been mad that you drafted Dylan Thieneman, but at least you would have covered your asses. There are certain positions on the Bears right now that are dangerously thin and close to catastrophe. And I think the secondary is one of those positions. We can't afford to lose guys in the secondary with already missing Kyler Gordon. Losing Coby Bryant, the strength in this secondary is the nickels and the safeties. And right now, your nickel isn't healthy, and you got one healthy.
I pulled up the schedule. We got Carolina and Minnesota as those first 2 games, and then we play Philly, and then we got the Jets. So, 3 out of 4 should be decent W's, but then we got Green Bay that week. If it was 10 weeks, that Sunday would be the Green Bay game.
The one positive ray of sunlight in those 4 games that those aren't prolific passing offenses. Not expected. Philly might be a good team. Carolina was a solid team. They went to the playoffs, but they're not teams that, gonna air it out but they gave us some problems with their passing offense last year. You definitely want Kobe, Kyler, and Elijah Hicks. You want those guys back by that.
Yeah, to Q's point, I was a big Jaquan Brisker fan. I get it with his health history, but now it looks even more goofy, especially for the bargain basement deal the Steelers got him for, and how much, I think he just made a post not too long ago as his, finally saying goodbye, like how much he absolutely loved the city and loved being a Bear. It just made no sense unless there's a lot of things that we don't know about. It made no sense not to match that or go a little bit higher just to have, again, if we don't have Seattle's defense, we don't have LA Rams defense where we got so much talent, we could just let people go on a hump. But no, babe, you need to keep in your back pocket for situations like this. So it's just that makes that even more disappointing where we need bodies now. We need able bodies at this point. So yeah, I'm just praying he can get back as quickly as possible. I'm glad it wasn't a torn anything. I just hope the recovery goes well. And I hope he's able to integrate back into the team because he won't really have had too much of a training camp, no preseason. And he's new to the team. It's not like he's been here and knows everything. So it's just going to be a hard all the way around. But the silver lining is that he's not out for the season. So, and praying he'll be back by that Green Bay game. I'm sure he's got that circled on his calendar, even though he hasn't participated in the rivalry. He should have that inked in as no later than October 11th.
Q pointed out that we're already thin at 2 key areas on defense, nickel and safety. And as the way the poll set this team up, the strength of this defense is supposed to be the secondary. Because we can't really rely on the front's defensive push to make the secondary look better. We got to have all that speed that we accrued this offseason. And now Kyler still in the win. The tea leaves read that they're not too happy with his progression or his path to getting back healthy. But we'll get into that on the next episode. With Coby Bryant being down right now, too, that is another issue with that supposedly best part of the defense. And Tiff, he is a new player. He hasn't participated in a whole lot of the offseason program up to this point because today was the first day of padded practice. But here's another thing that makes this really tough for the Bears. Your safety is supposed to be one of the captains of the defense, at least the captain of the secondary.
And he was taking a leadership role in the
Very much. Coby Bryant is going to be the safety lined up next to a rookie. The rookie is supposed to be leaning on Coby Bryant for, leadership. Now, sans the early part of the season, you're going to have Dylan Thieneman out there with who? You say Cam Lewis. My point is, not only is Coby not there, but there's a little bit of a stunt in the rookie's development in the early part of the season because you want him to start getting the hang of things by the Green Bay game. Now, the whole secondary is at jeopardy right now. So we have more questions for Ryan Poles and his roster construction, the strategy that he had to build this team. But on a higher note, there's nothing torn on his leg. I mean, there is light at the end of this tunnel, and this tunnel isn't the longest one that we've ever seen. So first day of padded practice, did not want to see the card come out. However, it's not a season-ending injury. We shall bear down again.
With Coby Bryant, he's going to miss a few games in the regular season. Do you all think the Bears should lean who they have in the secondary room now, or should they go out and try to make a move? Any veteran free agents still out there, or trade? I think Jordan Poyer is still out there. He's getting up there in age. He's still unsigned, and he's really good football for the Buffalo Bills.
His experience is something that the Bears could definitely use. I don't think on field, I think he's more of a linebacker at this point in his career. And I wouldn't even say a very good linebacker at that point either. But he's got a lot of experience. He's played a lot of big-time games. So if we want to, spin the wheel on that one, I wouldn't be mad at it. But to that point, I don't know how much cap room the Bears have.
I'm sure Poirier at this stage of training camp, I'm sure he'd take the veteran. Jabril Peppers is out there.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's more Jaquan Brisker than Jaquan Brisker is. And we see Dennis, he wants a versatile safety. So, But he's a veteran though too. Yes, he may be a linebacker, but is Cam Lewis any more capable?
I would trust the guys that we have in-house right now. At least they've hit the ground running. Bringing in somebody else, no disrespect to them, but I mean, kickoff is almost, 34 days away?
Something like that. Free agent safety is really thin. Jordan Poyer, Jabril Peppers, Donovan Wilson, they're all guys, more box safeties. And we see Dennis Allen doesn't really want guys that are more box specialists. Those are the free agents that are available. There's not really a lot of guys with range available. If you want to go, Clinton Dixon.
Another linebacker.
I mean, he hasn't been in. Hey,
absolutely not.
Xavier Woods is still out there. Quandre played some good football a few years ago. I mean, these are guys have been on practice squads last year, really haven't been playing. I don't know the last time Quandre Diggs suited up. He was with the Seahawks in November 2025 last year. But when they had, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler, but hasn't been to the Pro Bowl since 2022. Like I said, with Seattle for a while, with Detroit for a while. Seattle picked him up last year when they had injuries, but they didn't retain him. He's a guy that has a little bit more range. But like I said, he's getting older, so that range is obviously probably. But we saw what Kevin Byard was able. I don't know, maybe out of all the guys available, I think Quandre Diggs is maybe the one I would, if I was going to take a chance on. That's the one to throw a dart at, just because he got covered.
I'm putting on my Captain Planet power behind Cam Lewis and Dixon, the rest of them, to get back soon.
On a bright note, before we get out of here, Kyle Monunga.
Yay!
Good. And we're gonna talk about Kyle Monunga returning to on-field drills. We would get into, there is an injury note attached to Kyle Monunga as well. We're gonna tackle that in tomorrow's episode, but for this one, fingers crossed that these guys have speedy recovery. Hicks and some of the other guys on the PUP.
Everybody get your fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. My bad. That's the Chicago in me. My fault.
Please don't annoy me. Don't piss me off, Q. Not this early, please. August just started. Please don't piss me off already.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Down.
Down.
Appreciate you tapping into this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Don't matter if you was watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with everybody on the block. and hit the notification bell so you never miss none of our daily drops. And to all the guys from the Shy, we say 3 things: bear down, fly the W, and sell the team, Jerry.